the majority has been captured by the digital world. This thing used to be um, even shunned in the past. Um, they called them all sorts of derogatory names. These people that just quit living in the real world and just focused online. Now it seems the majority has joined. So the investors, the capitalists, the socialists, anyone who has money, anyone who seeks to control, anyone that seeks power, is also joining the online. So there's similarities to feudalism, but that's reality always. We've always lived in a society, in a feudal society, but masked, right? But masked. People, when people put their money in banks, when people invest their retirement in this, that, and the other, they are participating in the feudal system. It's digital. It's been digital for a long time, but they've not connected the dots. Something in the past that used to be around land, right? The lords owned the interesting land, and then they taxed, everybody else if they wanted, to exist. Um, this is mine. You have to pay rent. Now um, they are investing, in consumerism, and that's the same thing for humans who required, food to consume food to exist. So they extracted food from the land. Later, with industrial revolution, people started having money. So the feudal lords from land became banksters and started lending money, and the education system adjusted to turn people as consumerists, yes, obedient consumers, so that they would pay rent and buy useless things while the lords got rich. So nothing really changed. Now the digital world is just an extension, a continuation. The digital has become, another system for them to use the same formula, and people are like, "Oh, it's going to be like this, that, and the other." Is it really different from the past? No, it's not different. It's the same thing, just revamped. So as people get more interested in the online, so does the parasite, right? So the parasites now are fighting amongst each other who's gonna dominate. So nothing new there. Um, what is scary and at the same time is not is, for instance, if you are under the influence of any stimulant like alcohol or drugs, your vehicle does not move. They are putting sensors. You see, technology has evolved so much. They are putting sensors on your vehicle that will calculate if you are fit for driving. They are also monitoring if you have paid your bills. If you missed the payment, For instance, most people, I never did that, but most people buy cars, they make a loan and then they just pay every month. And if you miss a payment, your car doesn't start, your car doesn't move. So it's getting there. I've also seen lifeguards no longer sit and reassure people. No, no, right now they have drones. Yeah, drones with megaphones and lights, red and blue lights, are policing the coasts. Um, it's scary. People are like, oh my God, it's such a dystopia. Open your eyes. You've been living in a dystopia since forever. They are just refining their tools. They're just changing. It's just a revamp of the same old, same old. Yeah. So why do they do this? Well, the intelligent and the wise are actually few, and critical thinking can be a form of intelligence, but not everybody is born with it. We have to develop it. If we are shown the right path, we can develop it, but they don't want critical thinkers. Um, it just doesn't make any sense. Every time they come up with development so they can live a better life, humanity loses something. For instance, numbers. They no longer need to be that many. They claim they were the first to stop the trade of humans as labor, the indented servants. They claim they were the first. They just exchanged one thing for the other. You see, at the time of the steam engines, a steam engine could do the work of 1,000 people. So they were like, okay, the system, we no longer need them, so we're going to exclude them. They just exchange one thing for the other. The same thing is happening right now. All the appliances, for instance, that you see in your house is just a way of exchanging machines for people. You know, you can do all the housework with the appliance. What does the other person do then? Oh, we find them a job. We find them a job, and that's it. Now with the AI, they're like, okay, we found a machine that can also do the job that it used to do at home. Now, what the hell are we going to do with you? They don't know what to do with people because they've always been exchanging people for machines since forever. And why would they do such a thing? Because they are parasites. They literally see humanity as a resource, and when you see them crossing the border illegally, it's just a shady deal they've made. They're like, give me 100,000 heads. It's like buying and selling cattle. And they, okay, I'll gotta fix that. And they just send them. That's how it's working. Someone ordered 100,000 heads. They make the conditions. I'm not, saying that's every example of immigration. No, migration is something that happens normally, right? But right now, it's being forced. Yeah, clearly see it. It's being organized and forced because, the consumer and worker system has produced people that are sterile. So they need a new, a new fresh blood to at least do the maintenance works. So that's why there's so much migrations. Um, so I think I'm gonna shut up. They've always had a class of people, a working class, a group. Um, and the caste, shall we call it, this system, this caste system has always existed amongst humans. You may criticize it all you want. Some places you are allowed to criticize, other places not so much, but that's how humans have always organized themselves. And I don't like when they exchange people for machines. You see, the reason why they do it is because machines don't disobey. That's why they do it. Yeah, machines don't disobey. Forget the Terminator films. That's never gonna happen because for a machine to have conscious, it requires a soul, right? There's no one without the other. So machines will never have a soul because it's only humans and animals and stuff that can have consciousness through the unconscious. Yeah, machines will never develop conscious ever. It's just a tool. Yeah. Um, so they will never rebel, right? Those ideas are put out there to scare people, of course. Machines and the digital is just a binary system of ones and zeros. Yeah. The so-called, viruses. It's actually the producers, the makers of these machines that introduce, traps, introduce errors. What they are doing is just kicking the can down the road. You see, the system was invented ages ago, and then they have been downgrading it. So, you know, it's always the same thing. They change, they downgrade, they're just kicking the can down the road, giving you the impression of evolution. You see, evolution is a logical fallacy. It just doesn't make any sense. Putting, 100 monkeys inside a room with typewriters for 1,000 years, and at the end, they will produce you a Shakespearean. No, it doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. They will just hit the machines with their hands and break them and bust them, across the face, and it doesn't make any sense. Consciousness, yes, it's consciousness. Machines will never have consciousness. It's not possible because it's ones and zeros, and consciousness is not ones and zeros at all. Count ones and zeros is just counting and measuring. It's just counting and measuring. So tell me what you guys think. Have a nice day.